it all. That's why I came. Country boy stepping, yeah, I'm country boy stepping. Country boy stepping, yeah, I'm country boy stepping. Yeah, they can't get like me. Rockin' boots and white tee. Designer on my cuff, ring something like a movie. Country boy stepping, yeah, I'm country boy stepping. Country boy stepping, yeah, I'm country boy stepping. Artist out the ranch, I just told you that I'm bout it. I might take offense if you tell me that you doubt it. That's just what it is, yeah, I'm known to make it rowdy. Then I'm for the fit, and I drive a wide body.
I only want the city of angels. I can't sing a song, 'cause oh, copyright will get me someday. I don't wanna ever feel like I did that.
Better take that knee and kiss my ring, 'cause I be royalty. Everywhere I go, my scene, and they be hating. That's such a lame thing, yeah, y'all be lame things. I could never ever go outside like that. Yeah, my people got my back, and I know that that's a fact. So I won't worry about a thing, I'm gonna keep on burning track. Do you get what I mean? I got faith in my dream. Oh, it's been a long, hard road, gotta go home. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, and I know you love the way that I'm gon' keep going. Yeah, 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 can't do flexing, 'cause they know I got the sauce. Got the presence on me, I can't ever take it off. That's why I came. Country boy stepping, yeah, I'm country boy stepping. Country boy stepping, yeah, I'm country boy stepping. Yeah, they can't get like me. Rockin' boots and white tee. Designer on my cuff, ring something like a movie. Country boy stepping, yeah, I'm country boy stepping. Country boy stepping, yeah, I'm country boy stepping.
I am waiting for a bus at the end of the night, under street lamp, bent face flamed by the light. I'm going away. I'm gone away. I'm gone away. And the sun gonna shine on a brand new day. Must be somewhere welcome me into the fold. Blooming flowers, as much as I can hold. I'm gone away. I'm gone away. I'm gone away. And the sun gonna shine on a brand new day for me. A brand new day for love. Brand new day for me. Brand new day for love. Yeah, I'm motivated.
Hey. new day.
Brand new day for love. Brand new day for me. Brand new day for love.
It's brilliant.
Brand new day for me. Brand new day for love.
Move that pawn.
Brand new
Uh.
day for me. Brand new day for love.
Ooh. We're about to get to some dev. Finish up chess game and then we'll get this started. I started the game while I was waiting on the timer, so sorry. Uh-oh. I tell you what, I say this every time. YouTube non-royalties got some bangers. Oh God! What was I doing? What was I doing? That's what I get. I'm over here jamming. He's got 30 seconds. I might be able to get away with murder. Yeah, we need to trap this rook. That's what we gotta do. We gotta trap a rook. All right, we got one. Oh no. Gotta get him in a fork. Come on.
Did you wait too long? Tell him that you love him, but he's already gone, darling. Did you make two wrongs? Know that daddy never made a right before, darling. You were never made to be the judge, darling. He never changed his ways for me to
I'm done. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. That was fun. All right. Let's bring it down. Here we go. Man, it's playing loud in my ears too. All right, we're gonna be testing out Starlink today, making sure we can get some good streaming off of it. We'll see what happens. I'm monitoring the stream right now. We want to stay about 3,000 kilobytes a second, so we'll see how that goes, and then we'll go from there. My nose is itching, but should be good. I'm excited. We did just get. Let me bring this tab over here. We got our latest release out. It says 52 seconds ago. Let's reload. All right, so we got some updated stuff all kind of released across the board. Updated for Nextcloud 27 through 33. So if you're on any of those versions, you've absolutely got access to the Maintain Ops suite. We can't host, we can't do other things for you. Just get a hold of us. But we're going to come in here and we're coming to our platform today, the Rally Jamboree. We did some PMs, actually some deficiencies. We changed out the filters, so we're going to close this sucker out. And then, we have an issue here. Hold up. I got to get my paper. Man, I didn't realize we were going to run into a problem right off the bat. I don't know what I did with my notebook. That could have worked. It's all right. If there's one thing I'm good for, it's a plethora of notebooks. Stand by. Is stable. One more. There we go. I keep some notebook twins called Stable and Unstable, so we're going to be using Unstable today. I'm here for the maintenance party. Well, let me tell you what, I've got the non-program of record Starlink up and running on the roof. So we're going to make sure that's working good today. I'm trying to switch over more between Starlink and cell services for streams. But we ran into a weird issue where we closed the deficiency one way and we didn't get this pop-up, and then we closed it another and we did. So we're going to fix that because we did some filter change-outs this weekend. Let's see. So, Lord Barham, I heard you guys are going from day class to day class. Is that exciting? Just the rumors in the fleet? All right, so what do we do? What caused? Well, just I feel nothing in You know what's crazy is it should be one of the most exciting classes you've done during your career. I'm at a loss. Nothing. When I was younger, and I say younger, I don't know how old you are. You don't have to tell us, but when I was younger, and it was 2009. Oh man, yeah. See, story time. In 2009, I used to have to wait like 2 hours for an IT to come to log into the root account on CDLMS, and I got so mad about this. Yeah, okay, hey, all right, I joined in '07, so we're all, same time frame. I used to get so mad that I waited so long that I ended up getting my CompTIA Security Plus, my A Plus, and my Network Plus. And I didn't, there was no cram school. We can't go to it, right? Electronics techs weren't allowed to go to cram schools. And this is a key aspect. I learned a lot about cram schools because of this. Let me turn this down a little bit more. So what I had found out is, I went and bought some Professor Messer books and, watched YouTube videos nonstop. And I would sit in the Hydra shop and read the book, and then I would go take the exams. And I learned 6 months apiece, so that I could get into, at the time it was known as, it wasn't cybersecurity workforce. It was level 1, 2, and 3. IA, information assurance level 1, 2, and 3. And I went and took the exams, and I passed. I utterly killed them. When I say killed them, I barely passed. But when I came back and got in the cyber workforce, they gave me all of my login credentials and everything else. And immediately after that, there was a guy named Josh Satry, and he was a first class at the time, ET1, who made chief, and I think he made senior chief. And we got into Linux together in like 2009 and 2010 when I got all my certs. And from that point on, I never looked at another IT. But I swear there were 2 things for the rest of my career that helped me more than anything. Was not going to a cram school. Number 1, not going to a cram school. Number 2 was not going to ISM. And you guys are proof of that, because I think I would have learned in a way that would have never got me to where I am today. So it's kind of amazing what happens when you actually learn, when you actually sit down and do it. The topics, the things that you guys are learning, it should be an all-day function. Yeah, 2M. I love 2M. I was a 2M in Phototech as well, and love doing 2M. But all sysadmin is 2M on a computer. Like you're replacing the different modules, the libraries, the deprecated library. You're patching things like a jumper cable. That's the hard part when you got instructors that don't know. Now, the Navy doesn't, in any force, they don't do a great job ensuring that instructors that are teaching it did it. That's hard to do. It's hard to do, but yeah, it's sad to me because I own the rates, so gotta make sure people know what they're doing. Filters unable to wash. The filters were disposable. It was about $5. Yeah. This only took me about. Close the deficiency out. Now we're closed. So now, if we go to deficiencies, that's gone. It's in our closed list, which is great. Because what that should be doing now is built, yeah, you see down here the roof AC unit. We're now starting to get last failure, predicted failures, etc. So Proper documentation. We did have an issue where it did not close out properly. And what I mean by that is here, if I close it out here, there's no pop-up. If I close it out here, there's a pop-up. So I got to make sure when we drop down, open to close, we get a nice pop-up. Yeah, ITs are, yeah, they don't cross-train, and ironically, they don't learn the 6-step troubleshooting process either, at all. All right, so that's not closed out. And we need to keep adding stuff. So we ended up adding the filter cleaning, which we did as a PM procedure this week. So can you just remove close from the drop down menu? Yeah, that actually might be worth it. Let's look real quick. So we have open, in work, waiting. Yeah, just remove it and use the button only. Let's try that out, see how it looks. Alrighty. Well, hold on. So let's make sure this isn't going to break something else. So I can't. Where's our deficiencies? I want to make sure we can't. Okay, status is open. Yeah, if it's closed, then it's not going to be there anyways. I'm just making sure we're not breaking something somewhere else. And it doesn't look like we are. So all right, let's see what happens here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I concur. Yeah, we just want to make sure it's not popping up somewhere else. Yeah, so this is that breakout of it. Waiting, scheduled, closed, canceled. Yeah, so now it's removing closed out of there. All right. Of course, I don't have the version bumping. $334 to. Oh man, we were rolling with the game dev stuff yesterday. Holy crap. Alright, so give me a second. I need to push this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You ordered a computer. Did you not have one? Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, we're pushing. Let's see how this looks. It's going to do a couple other app upgrades as we go as well. We're going to do a couple PM updates. We're going to try to write as much of a tech manual as possible since the AC unit is very small. Make sure that works. If you like and you got your favorite switch between the old driving glasses to the reading glasses. I'm getting into some smaller text. All right, let's see what we got. Wait, be really disappointing if this did something we didn't need it to. All right, look at that. I like that. Alright, so let's get back to our roof AC. We'll finish out the general maintenance. And we will do the airbox housing, the fan motor, the condenser and evaporator coil, frost formation, and then some troubleshooting. So this won't take long. So let's go to our library, and we're going to add more to our library, more data modules. This is going to be a maintenance procedure for the roof AC unit. And as we go, just think about this in terms of kind of the spec we're using, how we're doing things, how the things connect. Because what I want to do is we're going to build this, and then we're going to put the tech manual together. All right. This is how the S1000D kind of works overall. So we're going to put our first major tech manual together. All right. All right, so this is going to be called we've linked it to the AC unit. Okay, airbox housing PM. And we're going to go into focus mode. All right, and let's see. Verify all tools and materials are counted for. Any tools we need? None. But there is some parts. A mild detergent. Probably need to add some oh man, help me out here. Nitrile gloves, and it's mild, so just any will do. And we'll save it. Huh. What just happened? Oh. Whoops. Okay. All right. I screwed this up. This is the closeout. Let's take this back up. There we go. Step one. Well, only one step with this. All right. I think this can be turned on or off. And we can delete these. and save it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Yeah, you see the commas, no hazmat specific. We can create a hazmat specific section, but hazmat items in the S1000D. Let's see if there is a. I think it's just under parts. Yeah, we can look at that. And then we can link what qual someone needs. Hey, this is just going to be one person, 30 minutes. And then, yeah, this is done. We can activate this. And I'm going to try to put as many of these together real quick as possible. Because what we want to get to is making that manual itself. So another data module. And this is going to be for the oh man, probably need to update the name. Yeah, I agree. We'll go back and look at the S1000 series and see how it's outlined. Just may have to build something out for it. Huh. Now, am I having a old man moment right now? Okay, give me 1 minute. I swear there was another part to the tech manual I had. I could be very wrong. Not like I have more than like 30 feet to go to figure out if I have something or not. I am thinking. Huh. Maybe not. I swear I was reading something that had the definitive words of an R7300 series. Man. Okay, we'll come back to that. I was sure about that. I am actually so sure about this right now. It's not funny. Keep going. I'll figure it out. All right, so we'll say and this is going to be for the condenser evaporator coils. And AC unit again, and we'll create this. Alrighty, and we're gonna come into focus mode and come up here. Oh. There we go. PM. Alrighty, so let's go up here. Yeah, state the specific hazard. Cautions. Yeah, you're really asking for hazmat. And I bet you the way we could do it is like here in the parts. But we kind of want that to be prevalent. Yeah, I like it. I see where you're at. Alright, so this is the condenser and evaporator. Beginning of each cooling season, both the condenser and evaporator coils must be clean. To avoid damaging fins, use a soft brush. So we got some tools here. Soft brush vacuum cleaner. No parts needed. Warning. Utilizing a hard brush will damage fins on the condenser. Unit can be in the on or off position for cleaning as coils are exposed outside of the fan unit. And it's pretty easy. Take off. Well, let's see how the S1000D lays it out. It's going to be based off attributes.
Choose your time, choose to be vibrant, choose to feel yourself, choose to
I think there's a way we can look at it here. Here we go. See if it pops up. Yeah, so caution contains a hazard that can cause damage to the product. And let's go back. Yeah, so yeah, I have that flipped. Not on purpose. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Orange. There we go. By the way, S1000D spec is fantastic for this, especially kind of what we're going over right now. Yeah, the difference is they have, they have a, this is what I didn't like about theirs now that I rethink about this. There's two vital warning flags. The first vital warning flag of a 0 is a non-vital warning, and a 1 is a vital warning. How confusing would that be? Were you around the other day when me and Wiggles was talking about the S-Series spec and the requirements in the Navy? It turned into quite the fun time. Oh, look there. We got a nice. Oh, we are. Nice. Nice, beautiful Tennessee sunset coming through. Yeah, so. Yeah, alright, let me open up this can of worms again. So, model-based product support. I've given this brief several times, but the important thing about it is this is NAVC. You know, this is in February of 23, really starting 2019. From the NAVLog IT all the way to all the documents that were signed, yada yada boo boo. But what I wanted to get down to was this. You might recognize this, and let me go up one or two. There we go. You might recognize this a little bit, not because you've seen it before, but because you're an ET. But you know, OHMS and MRAS or AWN connects to what's known as JTI, used to be known as WebFliss, and then kind of the maritime ashore systems, which includes MFOM, and gets all of its data from MBPS. Now, the key thing here, as we come here because I like this one better. Is the S1000D spec is what should have been driving everything that you guys are doing since 2011. In 2021, 23, Congress required the Navy and the branches to provide an update on where they were with the S-Series specifications. The things I'm doing now, where all of this stuff is auto-linked to assets, all linked to equipment identification codes, all that stuff comes from the S-Series specification. There are personnel in the Navy who decided that the S-Series specification was not mature enough for them. Yeah, that's sad, but yeah. So, a couple of different things drive the S-Series specification. Is S1000D is like your tech manuals. 2000M is your illustrated parts data and provisioning, so your supply. We've already got that built in. LSA is your logistics supply assessments. S4000 is your PMS. So, like, as we're doing and updating this, right, and I'll have to come back to this, and I'll use, let's look at all the PMS procedures. This filter cleaning, that's right here, this PMS procedure, if you look at it, it was built from us building the filter cleaning we did the other day. So this entire thing is built from the S1000 spec, right, which is that S200 data module connecting between these two specifications, your S1000 and your S4000, right? That's how you get all this data. So this becomes really important. So as I'm updating the tech manual section for PMS, it should auto-update my actual PMS procedures. It's a lost art and not one that's very well understood, which is why PMS is so expensive in the Navy, is it does not follow this. It doesn't want to. That's kind of the sad thing about it. Now, the point of it is that when you have an asset, and in this case, this lever system, is this lever system has all of this metadata connected to it between your S1000 to your S6000 to your 2000 to your 3 and 4 to your mill standards like your BOM and task requirements, which technically already fall in here. Your 3D models and drawings, all of this, okay, is this. Actually, let's add this photo now. So, but it is a NATO specification in a commercial specification. Oh. Yeah, the Navy is overpaying massively in a way I don't think they quite understand for things that they don't need to overpay for. So let's upload. So what we're going to do is take this. Oh. And now, all right, now we've got a photo attached to all this. So a technician can take this and know exactly what they're doing. All right, and imagine, can I push this? Let's add into this a little bit here. Because we weren't going to start the Android updates until next week. Let me see if I can at least pull it up. Actually, it's a good point to be able to see if we can produce a 3D model as well. So let's see if I can find one. Just trying to pull the 3D model real quick. Any 3D model really will work. There's a lot of work just to grab this. I want to see if it works. There we go. Jeez, that took forever. All right, it's coming up. Yeah, see all these maintenance procedures we're adding in? This should actually be. Okay, so now let me see if this works. We're loading the data module, not the data modules, the models right now. I don't know what all forms. I definitely have SLD. Yeah. Let's try this. It's an STL. Huh. Okay, let's look at this. Wonder why. Why is it not finding these? Ah, it's not even showing it. I have all these format types. All right, looky there. Slick. That's what I'm talking about. I knew I wasn't crazy. Although, there's arguments that I would be incorrect in that statement. Okay, so we're about to have an update. Here we go. Oh. All right. Oh, we've got GLB. That's interesting. So let me try a GLB real quick. Holy crap, it's that big? All right, well, we're going to try it. We're going to see what happens. Another minute. You know what a minute means? Minute means we play minute chess. Can I beat the download link? Hurry. Ooh. Ah! 2 seconds. All right, our download's done. Let's see. So let's go. This is going to be a test. Oh, it's uploaded to the server. It's going to take a minute because it's freaking big. Okay. We're going to see if our 3D model viewer works. While we do that, we still got work. Let's go to the library. Now we got some good things here. Oh, look at there. We got a nice parts breakdown. All right, that's good. We're about to do an illustrated parts breakdown. First, I put the model number or something up here to make this easier, but we're going to link it to the asset. I haven't done one of these yet. This is exciting. So let's look at our data modules. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. Oh! Me likey. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. I'm seeing. So we're at part numbers. We don't have NSNs. So let's do this. Nomenclature, which is the with oil. That's a model name. Let's save that. I don't know what it's going to look like. Oh yeah, it's probably easier. Let's not be dumb. I did it the hard way. Jeez. Oh yeah. It's a lot easier. Oh, that's the model it belongs to. Slick. I like that. Okay. All right. Two things just happened. All right. Let's activate this and save it. Initial illustrator. Illustrated parts breakdown. Sweet. All right, now let's go back to the asset. What we want to see is if the 3D model viewer is working properly. So fingers crossed. This is a wolf. So you nerdy little dudes, and there's quite a few of you watching. I'm looking at the stats. All right. Calm down. You're about to get a wolf. We'll call it the Wolf AC unit. But what we're trying to do is validate. Is it GLB? It's GLB. We're trying to validate our. Oh, we were so close. Okay, so let's look at what's going on with our 3D model. All right, let's find out. Oh, man. That's the wrong thing. Why did that not copy? There we go. Now we got an error. There we go. Yeah, that's what I used to update the zip files. It was like, why did that come over? All right, let's see what happens. And then what we'll do is we'll do one more. We'll do a troubleshooting. If unit fails to start, so let's go back to our library. And we'll do one more data module in the troubleshooting. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, that makes sense, because what it was doing is it was using a custom user folder instead of the straight path that the file browser is picking from. So that's an easy fix. It's just swapping it out for the right path values. So RVBot's doing its thing. So let's get down here to our fails to troubleshoot. Oh, right here. We can just edit right here. Symptom 1. No current to unit. Okay. we're going to remove this and we'll save it. And we'll activate it. All right, and then now we will update our app. You're online and watching. This is the magic. And hopefully, after we do this, we're going to have a full 3D viewer in line with kind of what we were just showing. And I'll show that again here in a second. Because that's when things get really interesting. All right, we're updating. We're updating. Yeah, and essentially what we're getting to is when we talk about a 3D model and all of its associated data, that's what we're working on right now, right? That 3D model. And then in our system canvas, we're flattening that 3D model down to a 2D space. So, whoa. Yeah, so the problem is CCNA itself doesn't understand Tempest. So the issue is they're teaching you guys CCNA. They're not teaching you how to be a network administrator in the service. So I think that's probably the issue you're running into right now. Does that sound about right? Dude, where do I have this? That was like a crazy, okay. Oh, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. It's a linkage. HTTP 500s are always a linkage. Yeah, that's a really good point. Why do you have service instructors there? I don't know. It's a really good point. Remove the course. So we'll see what happens. All right. So while that's happening, let's build our AC unit publication. So we have a new publication. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull on that AC unit. All right. And it's going to be a tech manual. The Dometic RV AC unit technical publication. All right. Now here's where things get exciting. All right. We're going to create this. And now we get into a builder. All right, and what we didn't do is build out the 9040. We'll do that next. Let's add chapters. Chapter 2, Chapter 3. 4, and 5. Essentially, we end up with 5 chapters. And in chapter 2, we're going to add our 200 series. We can move these up and down. Chapter 3, we're going to add our parts breakdown. Chapter 4, we're going to add our installation, etc. procedures. And chapter 5 is our fault isolation procedures. All right, we're going to release issue 1. Now in our item builder, now we built all those data modules. Now look at this. All right, look at this. There's 2.1, your domestic AC unit condenser evaporator coils. 2.2 is your filter cleaning. 2.3 is your air housing box. 3 is your parts breakdown. Yeah, we got to fix that. I don't like that. Didn't do what I wanted, but hey, this is what we're doing. Chapter 4 is your troubleshooting. Chapter 5 is your fault isolation. This is exactly what we wanted. And now, what's nice is, anytime we update one of these data modules, it updates the current pub, it updates the tech manual, and it updates the things like the supply parts. It's now updating the PM procedures. So across the board, there's a digital thread that comes from left to right for everything that we're doing. So that's what's great about it. Yeah, okay. So now that's in place. There's a migration we need to do. So let's do that. Anytime you see a migration, typically it's a database entry. So I'm using Postgres. You might be using MySQL, MariaDB. All those different ones work. How was the civilian that you had teaching you for a couple days? Yeah. Yeah, and there's a difference between getting a cert and cramming for a cert. Yeah. Yeah. My worry is the class itself isn't teaching anybody. Even, I worry the IT class is the same way, obviously, from what I've seen across the board. So, we want to make sure that the right things are being taught. Lucky enough, all those NECs come through me now, so ISM is one of the ones I have been nitpicking the crap out of. But one of the things I want to do is get TACTO into A school, so networking and sysadmin's being taught at the A school level. Does that make sense, Lord Berm? Berm? So, we're going to try this again. Dude. Let's look at our console. Let's see what's happening here. Link. Okay, so we got this post. So what I'm going to do is take all of this. There's a linkage issue happening. Yeah, exactly. Because it's every school that needs it now. Every system you deal with is tied into system administration somehow. So they're answering, well, let's just have the ITs do it. No, that's not the answer. ETs are taught different. We're taught, good in, bad out. We're taught the 6-step troubleshooting process. It our level of understanding has to be much higher than in ITs. I would say autistic in that way, right? Is like, like we need those cats that know how to like play Magic the Gathering and make a combo that lasts 45 minutes. Those are ETs. We don't need these ITs that are like Fortnite. Something is not working out here. We have now utterly crushed the tech manual stuff. We get through this, we're going to be in a good spot. Oh my God. Man. Um, you know, do you think the requisite of what we need with how many sysadmins you need at every location in the Navy, you would be able to do it like IDCs? We're struggling. Now, here's the deal. And if Wiggles has told you or went through this with you, it's not the younger cats, the Thundercats' issue. This is an issue that is directly being out of the middle management leadership in your organization, and you know who I'm talking about, that doesn't have the ability to teach their junior sysadmins. There's a reason why you see technical acumen and illicit career paths being now top notch because of the exact thing we're talking about right now. Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't need 15 ITs to do the job that one person can do. We used to have 22 ITs for 5, expeditionary networks. I ran through those networks by myself. You never needed it. It wasn't needed. Dude, what the heck is causing this? I like where your head's at. Bring back RMs and make ITs a special program. That's interesting. That's right. That's right. It's cyclic. Someone has to break the cycle. I'm surprised we have not seen Wiggles tonight. Yeah. I feel like the migration isn't taking. I'll check the database next. There's our look there. There's our tech manual we just made. All the data modules. I don't know if the data modules need to be in here. We'll figure that out. All right, we're going to try this again. Oh! All right, we ready? Fingers crossed. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fix it, buddy. SEMA is just moving RMC sailors over to SEMA. Do you really think I have the people to just throw into SEMAs? They want to grow by like 200. It's not going to work like that. All right, 3D model. Let's see if we break it. 1, 2, 3. Let's wait. Yeah, learn what? Like that. Here's the problem. Commands are going to send them to the. Oh, we're going to send sailors to the SEMA. Who's going to babysit them? Right? Who's going to chief them while they're there? Who? There's only 10 people. Do we want every sailor to have 10 people on their hind legs so they go on board a ship? How many people fit in half our spaces? Get behind the DMR rack. It's a crazy thought process that no one went, oh, yeah, if every ship and after every A school and C school, we just send them to the SEMA? What happens when you got 800 people at the SEMA and 20 people going, woo, woo, and then people are getting in trouble on the weekends. Like, Lord Burn, you got me on a rant, brother. um, I think we're close. I think we're close. I think it fell out in the script. Oh, whoops. It's the 3JS script that's doing it. What's up? Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, I'll show you what a hotspot is here in a second. This was a specific thing I added in. Oh, we're going to be able to put hotspots of issues inside of the 3D model. Oh yeah, I had a freaking Arizona iced tea here the whole time. We get this working. Oh boy. I actually think we're getting to the point where the rest of the week might be just game dev. There's a lot of stuff that's got to go on in that. Holy crap, it's rewriting the whole thing. I'm looking at it right now. It's literally rewriting the entire viewer right now. Oh, man. That's going to be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be super difficult. Like, I can't imagine you've even got 50 savers at one SEMA and and oh, you can't get people mustered on time, right? And these are senior people that are supposed to be on ships doing high level work. Ah, you can't get them mustered on time. What about transportation? Right? There's not enough barracks because we brought everybody off ships. They're down in Damnick, and you got to drive them to Norfolk Naval. Well, what does that mean? That means duty drivers. That means vans. That means buses. That means shuttles. It does get down to a what I really need. I need every chief to know what they're doing. I need senior chiefs to know what they're doing. I need mass chiefs to know what they're doing. I've never had that before. Oh, that's because I'm an idiot. Have you ever looked at the oars before? OARS, right? The actual oars ladder, not the one sheeter. Have you ever looked at that? Let me know. Yeah. But CTMs have maintenance in the name and don't do maintenance. Um, Let me talk to the rating lead. We have yearly ones. Yeah. Yeah, I've never had one rate. That makes me so mad. Except ITs. I put them in the boat with ITs. Okay. All right, we're going to try this one more time. Hard refresh. Okay. U3D model. Failed to load 3D libraries. Dang. We're getting closer. It's still a library issue. I knew when it did that rewrite. You know, it had to have, though, because if it didn't, it was going to run into a bigger issue. Because what it's doing is, you see that custom picker element? I bet you it's failing right there. Yeah, the CDN's failing. Yep. Yeah, it's getting way closer. Way closer. Okay, hold up. Oh. Yeah. Okay, it's doing an NPM. NPM in Linux is just another software manager via command line. It's tarring it, which is the 3JS file. You should see the. I don't know if you were online the other day when we were working on Aloria. Because I think we're going to get, if this gets fixed, we're going to get to a point where it's just going to be testing all week. So we might do a day of testing and then everything else is going to be via game dev. So yeah, we had a blast with that. Usually Wednesdays and Saturdays I do that. But it's a short week. It's July 4th coming up. You going anywhere? Going home? Staying in the area? Mother-in-law's. Sweet. Where at? In San Diego? In Norfolk? I'm going to pick the kids up from Virginia. So Thursday, I'm going to drive out, come back, and we're going to go to Dollywood. Then they're going to come out here and hang out. And then we're going to drive to Atlanta for our mother-in-laws in Atlanta. And then drive back and then drop them off in Virginia for my 6-year-old's birthday. So, you know, being around family for that's awesome. I don't know if we're done yet. Okay. It's loading it. We're watching it down here. So let me zoom in a little bit. Oh, what did I do? It's loading it. We're about at 10, 11, 12 megabytes. It's 91. Yeah, I went Virginia, San Diego, Virginia. I didn't get that. We're still loading. Yeah, so one of the things we're probably going to have to do is if you look just at this page, it doesn't give you much information. We're probably going to need some sort of loading bar to show that file path loading. Right now it's at 32 megabytes. It's a 95 megabyte file. You get no indication. And anytime you're in the browser and you're dealing with something that's broken in the browser, press F12. If you're on a computer right now, a laptop, whatever, press F12 every now and then. Look at it. Figure out what it's doing, right? You can actually watch. In some cases, when you look at like the inspector, you can steal elements from other websites that you like, right? And implement it in your own way. We're at 60 megabytes. We might load up. We might load up. If you look at the console, we've got some errors happening, but these errors are not stopping the loading. The errors are not stopping the loading. All right, we're at 70 megabytes. When we hit 90, I'm going to close this out just for a surprise if it works. Yeah, these are just some keep alives. We're at 80. We're at 90. Oh, yes! Oh! Woo! Look at it! We're live. We are live. Look at that. We did it. That's what I'm talking about. Right now, I want you to imagine a radio. It's not a wolf. I used a wolf because it's the only freaking model I had. Right? And let's say, hey, this ear, this receiver, right, is broken. We can create a hotspot. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, I wonder if you got to create the hotspot and then drag it from here. We have no hotspots created. Oh. Well, let's test that out. Look at that. We are in the S-Series specification, boys and girls. And what's nice is all that metadata is now linked to this model. All the procedures, right? Everything that we need to know about this. And when you really look at it, like locally on the computer, right now I'm barely using 37%. And I'm sitting with about, between swap and memory, 14 gigabytes of free RAM out of 32. Now, the key thing here is, remember, let's see, Wayland is using the most. It's using the most CPU and memory. Firefox is just using of its one process 8.9% of the memory. So this model's not going nuts. I don't think it would crash. Matter of fact, let's test that. Let's test that theory. Man, what a win. Let's create a hotspot while this is coming up, because I want to test out hotspots now. And let's say I don't know anything about that. It's going to be loading again. I'm bringing it up on my phone right now. Let's see what happens. I wanted to bring this up again so I could see it. And that's a uncompressed model, by the way. Like, I'm using like a raw model file. It's a native raw file. Now, the other question, and probably the more important question, yeah, there's some Python. On the server, there's about 10 gigabytes of 15 still left over. This is loading. It's loading on both right now. We'll see what happens. We're going to play, oh, let's play the Alakine. That's crazy. Why would you do that? What? Why would you do that? What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? What is happening right now? Dude, you got like me jacked up. Oh, I should have. What's happening? Oh. Check. Oh, so it put a hotspot at 0, 0. Oh, so you know what we need to do with hotspots? We need to make them droppable. Yeah. All right. Hey, this was fantastic. Oh, that's why I screwed that up. All right, let's see what happens now. I'm gonna release this. Did that change? Oh yeah, I changed the profile. We took out about 50 megabytes of RAM, so not bad. And we're gonna be able to build efficiencies, better coding streams on this everything. So now we've got a full asset with tech manuals, with we didn't even talk about the canvas, did we? Oh, yeah, that's exciting. And we got the drawings. Oh man, this is great. Yeah. All right. You ready for this? Here, let me two-hand this. You ready? You like that, Lord Bar? You like that? You shan't question me. I will question you. This is great. This is exactly where we wanted to be. We probably hit every single thing we could. To give you a little preview about what we're doing tomorrow, we have. Let's pop this open. We'll be working on Aloria because we got through the next days of stuff in one day. And so this is the game we're working on. It is a multi-user dungeon for those of you that are older. Which means multiplayer, entire scripted or non-scripted combat system with things like automatic counters, striking, different skill trees, counters that you can pop off. We got done this week with building in the skill trees, the macro bars, the party system, the codexes for the bestiary, lore, the different investigation, the quest lines, and then the character screens. So this is going absolutely fantastic as well. We just also got done with, let's find Pell. There's Pell. It's now multi-layer questions. So now we can go ask Pell about the slime cave. And then, hey, it's somewhere in the city. Well, let's ask Pell about the trapdoor. Right? We got some multi-layer topic system now in. So tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll kind of keep going down this line, building this out, and then a lot of lore and stuff left. But tomorrow we actually got to do testing because we've added a slew of rooms. We just added more lifeness, things coming in and out, like these drift moths, the people now being able to roam, regional world maps, party systems, And then what's really great is adding in kind of the other layer of this, which is the admin side. So I built myself an admin tool as we went so that I can start connecting all of this stuff together between the NPCs and the enemies, quest, crafting, lore, game dynamics, that if I do a server announcement, is this will broadcast out across everybody. So a lot of good stuff happening there. So tomorrow, this is kind of what we'll get into, like a super dungeon master. Yeah. But this is what we're working on because it gets us to the next level of what Alto's doing, and we have a game, we have a commercial and a federal side. If you've never been to the website before, let me take y'all in here. We do both commercial and federal services, whether it's software development, which you see a lot, maintenance modernization, change management, federal contracting. We have our own operating system now online and running. I'm doing a lot more testing in here right now. We have a series of Android applications out right now. One of the latest, if you're into sewing, the Ancestral Sewing Machine, the Maintain Op Suite Android app is out and connectable, so that's $9.99 per month per technician. The other cool thing that we just came out with, and I say we, but we is me, is gamifying your task. It's called the Task Caller, where you can connect it to Google Health. There are campfire games, shops. As you complete tasks, it gives you dice points toward roaming through dungeons. So a lot of things being worked on at all the times, things I don't get to stream a lot, but am always doing. So if you ever want the support or want to know more, hit me up. You can go to our contact page there on the website, or just hit me up directly on YouTube or Twitch, and hey, we'll talk about it on the live stream. So other than that, we killed it. We got our 3D models working. We got a full tech manual connected, which means our digital thread is completely up and running. We will continue doing that. So probably Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll do more of the game dev side. Thursday through really almost a week, we will be off, not online. I hope everybody enjoys their July 4th. I am going to be running around with the kiddos, so I hope you're running around with your kiddos, with your spouses, with your grandparents, and grandchildren for some of you. But as always, keep creating, engineering, and playing. That's what we're here to do. Teach, talk, and enjoy. So hopefully we'll have the game ready to go out, and we can be out there playing together as we get it out into alpha on Steam here shortly. So other than that, thank you guys, and we will see you tomorrow night about 6 p.m. Central Time, and enjoy yourselves out there. Yeah, see you later, Lord Burn.